So man, let me tell you something, bro. Vandalize these nuts. Okay, I'm sick. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Games. Today and only today we are here actually talking about quite a few Frontiers news. We have a new trailer, we have some extra footage lying around, we got some stuff in a Nintendo Direct JP version, so we've got a few things to run over with this game, but don't run over each other. That's not good for the environment or the world. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into this. I was actually gonna make a video about the Nintendo Direct, but we're gonna probably do that tomorrow. You know how it is. When Sonic stuff drops, we are here frame one for Sonic. Now also keep in mind, I'm going to have to watch this trailer with no sound because unfortunately Vandalize DMCA's you know, it is a copyrighted song because, you know, it's not fully Sega. It's not like the new Frontiers opening where that's a fully original Sonic song. Because of that, this gets DMCA'd, so we're gonna have to watch this pretty much mostly without the music on, but it's okay. You get to listen to my voice and we get to listen to this new intro by the Sonic team. There it is, everybody. Raw. Love that. Again, it is confidence. All right, this right here screams confidence. You know, you got a high-speed logo, goes by quick, forms the Sonic, you know, with the speed and the rings. Perfect. I love this new intro. I hope it's the intro, you know, for the next few games. I hope it does, like, you know, some evolutions. Like, I hope it has some, you know, little differences that it changes over time. But either way, that alone as an intro already, like, throws some confidence in there for me that I love. And I want to see more of that from Sonic Team. All right, so let's get right into it. So here we go. Here we go. I think now, so correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is our first look at Island 3. Now again, this could be maybe like on the other side of, you know, the desert area. But this does look like Area 3 because of this volcano. I don't think we've seen a volcano area anywhere in the desert area. Now again, we haven't explored all the desert area, but I'm pretty sure this is just Island 3, and we saw a concept art of it a few days ago when they were showing the Japanese collector's edition. So yeah, it seems like, yeah, no, this is Island 3. This is completely different. You got some snowy mountains here, you got some lava here. So I actually really like the idea of this area. It's sort of this like juxtaposition a little bit, and I really like that. I really like that out there. So we got, you know, Sonic Frontiers pulling up right here, and that's it sort of for Island 3. So then it goes back to Island 2. Again, I'm gonna have to lower it now because they're playing Vandalize. But yeah, so again, for this island, there's really not much we could say. I mean, it's kind of like all, I don't know what the fuck happened here. Again, lava mixed with some steam, not really much you can analyze. I mean, you can see some background rails, you can see a mountain you can climb here, you can see, you know, one of those what's called cyberspace level entries. But yeah, not really much going on, you know, in terms of stuff to analyze for Island 3, but at least it's confirmed. So there we go, Island 2, a new look. Now this is awesome. So right here, actually this is the first time we see this mini game. We've seen multiple mini games throughout the game. So we've seen, like, you know, there's one where you're throwing these balls into like sort of a basketball. We've seen that there's time trials. We've seen, you know, there's the things where you use the circle ability for stuff. But this right here is new. It's sort of just, you know, almost like a little brick breaker thing. You know, you're climbing all the way up to fight the enemy. I love that. And then we get our first look at the one of the big bosses of this area, which is this grind rail boss. Now we've gotten information about this boss before, but it's important to note here that it's the first time we're seeing it. And there's something really interesting about this because, one, I don't think we've ever had a grind rail boss. Like, I'm trying to think, like, we've had bosses where, you know, there's grind rail segments, but I don't think we've really had a boss that is completely on a grind rail. The closest we've gotten is when you, I think it's in Unleash Your Generations, when you're on the rails and those laser dudes are shooting things at you, but that's more of just like a dodge thing. Here it just feels like you're using them. Now I'm thinking the idea here is that you're supposed to basically color, right, all three of these platforms completely, right? It is what I'm thinking here is, yeah, you gotta basically color in all the three different platforms. Maybe when you color one circle in, it opens up, you can go in, attack, and then you go in the second circle, fill that in and stuff, because it feels like your what's called, your blue stain here is staying permanently, and you're not necessarily using the ability, the side loop ability. So it just feels like that's what you're doing here. You're filling in the circle, it'll open up. You're also trying to dodge the shit that's coming at you. Again, I think that's like a really creative idea overall. Now, speaking of creative ideas, this is really interesting. This shot right here is very interesting for a few reasons. So we see an enemy extracting the Chaos Emerald out of Sonic. First of all, tell me I'm not crazy. Is this not just straight out of Unleash? Like the, what's it called? You know what it is? The opening cutscene we've seen so many times where he's just in pain and he's getting the life, you know, attacked out of him. This looks worse than the torture he was going through in Forces, bro. So that is a really big question mark. Now, we have multiple theories on this right here, right? So it's one of two options, right? One, that there is a, what's it called, enemy or mechanic like thing in the game where there are certain bosses that if you can't beat them, they can take a Chaos Emerald from you, and maybe you have to, you know, like run after them. Like it'll mark on the map that, hey, they have your Chaos Emerald, and you go fight them and you get it back. I think that would be actually like a really clever idea. It would almost make you like, you know, have to like be ready for any fight, and also not make it frustrating. Be like, oh, it's gone, like, you know, and I have to go redo cyberspace levels or get more vault keys. It would kind of be actually interesting if it picked up your Chaos Emerald, it went to some place in the map, marks it for you, and you go get them. Option two is that this is a, you know, this is a in-game, you know, cutscene that happens when you get to Island 2 where it's taking away your Chaos Emeralds. Because, I mean, obviously we're going to talk about Supersonic later in the trailer, right? But if you're ending an island with Supersonic and you go to Island 2, we still don't know what happens, right? I don't know if, you know, the Chaos Emeralds just leave Sonic and go to Island 2. I don't know how they're explaining it. But either way, to me, this doesn't seem like a cutscene. This seems like an enemy type that can take away one of your Chaos Emeralds, and I think again that is really clever if that is the case. And also, this doesn't really look like a set piece. I mean, you're just sort of in a random area in Island 2, so we have that looking really cool. Some more combat stuff right here. Also, we found out that what's it called, you don't have to jump and homing attack. By the way, I'm sure a lot of people probably know that, but for those of you that don't know, right, you don't even have to jump into a homing attack. You know, you can just, what's it called, press the button to just go right over. But again, combat just looking more and more fleshed out every fight. You know, you're getting your punches in, you get your spins here, looking crazy. And whoa, you can't just skip over that, my brother in Christ. You cannot just skip over this. So we've got this is a big deal. We got Sonic on this glider like enemy. Now here's the thing, right? Sonic isn't completely new to, you know, being on gliders and shit. You know, we've seen that. Technically him, you know, riding the tornado is kind of like this, but this is a big deal. I mean, like, to what extent is this? Because I have to do like the frame date, because so here it sort of looks like we're in the sky. Now this is actually, you know, you're looking back at it, yeah, this is more of Island 3, and you can see that maybe there's like a sky portion of Island 3 where you can't see the ground at all, or like this is Island 3 and I'm just like overanalyzing it. But this is really cool, and I wonder like what extent is this also, like, is this a glider thing you can unlock in the game? Is this, you know, like I said, is this more a mechanic that lets you go from point A to point B? Is it like a fast travel system between different mini islands? I don't know. Like, this is our first time seeing this. We have no extra information on this as far as I'm aware. If anyone finds that, you know, please let me know. But I don't know what this could be. Like, I don't know if this is a boss you fight. I don't know if he's going to a boss fight. I don't know if this is, you know, how you travel between islands. I have no idea. Like, it's hard to tell what this is, but either way, this is really fascinating. Also, especially after yesterday's Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, where it ends with Link, you know, jumping on that big, you know, green goblin like glider, and now we have Sonic doing it. But this is really fascinating, man. I'm really curious, you know, to know what's going on there. Either way, so we go here. Also, by the way, I'm using the Japanese trailer. I'd actually, why was I using the Japanese trailer? Oh, yeah, because it has some sound effects during the combat, right? Doesn't really matter. So here we go. Now, we saw a bit of this scene yesterday at the Nintendo Direct, but we're getting a bit more of it. But again, the animation, guys, the animation. Look at Sonic, right? Like emote. And I know, you know, there's weirdos online that like to, you know, make fun of us for this, but this is a big deal for us because it's been a minute, bro. Like, look at this, you know, Sonic going into, you know, the angry grin here to the wide open and like sort of what's called what is this, everybody? The squash and stretch. It's the idea that, you know, he's got a bit of cartooniness in him where, like, you know, the quills go back up a bit, the ears perk up there. Like, it's really, it screams that nice squash and stretch that I like without it feeling too absurdly cartoony. But it works super well. Like, I just love this shot. And he even does the jump dive here to dodge this, going up the rocks, gets grabbed. Now, we've seen this before, but there he goes, getting tossed. Ow, ow, boom. Poor guy, bro. Really going through it. That is such an intense hit. But I believe in English that just says, you know, harness the power of the emeralds, because here we go. Oh no, it says fight colossal titans, and then this says harness the power of the emeralds. So here we go, first major boss fight of the game, climbing up there. It seems in general that that's just the hook of like Island 1 at the very least. Is we've seen this, you know, with the other bosses where you're running up the leg and you have to get this. I wonder how annoying this could be or not, because yeah, obviously, you know, we've seen that there's red pulses sometimes that push you down, and I wonder, you know, how much that could be a little annoying versus how fun it'll be. But I think this is going to be fun. So there it is right up here, Chaos Emeralds, pulls it up, and here we go, everybody. Supersonic, bro. Hold up, you know, just for this part, look at that, bro. There it is, Supersonic HD, you know, looking good. There's our boy right here, bro. Love to see it. Now, here's the thing. We obviously all knew we were getting Supersonic, but God, bro, look at him. Look at our boy, Supersonic. Looking clean, looking fresh, looking aggressive. He is ready to take on the world. Guys, this is such a big deal. This is the first time Supersonic has been in a main game, is since Generations, you know. And even then, I would go as far as to say it's the last time Supersonic was really relevant since Unleashed, because in Colors, you kind of get it, you know, as like a bonus. I think, right? Yeah, you definitely get Supersonic. Yeah, you get Supersonic as a bonus in Colors. What am I thinking? But you get it as a bonus, right? You also get, what's it called? You don't get it in Lost World. You get it as DLC in Sonic Forces. And I think Generations, it's more like, hey, here it is for the final fight. But like, I'd say Unleashed was the last time it was part of a plot point, you know, because you would go to each area collecting the emeralds. There'd be cutscenes around and stuff like that. So yeah, basically it's been the first 10 to 15 years since Chaos Emeralds have been relevant, and it's such a major step up. Now, there's a lot to talk about with this, right? First of all, right? Now, interesting to know, this right here, right, is the same Chaos Emerald, right, that gets extracted from Sonic here. So I wonder, you know, again, like maybe I'm overthinking, but I wonder, you know, if there is some sort of correlation there. Hard to tell, really. But either way, it seems like you'll always get. So here's my theory, right? It's either that this right here happens right when you're about to go to the last boss of this world. So what would happen is maybe you collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds, right? One gets taken from you, and then to what's called, then you have to go to the big boss fight, get to the top of it, and get the Chaos Emeralds, because it's clear you need the final Chaos Emerald from the top of the boss. So really curious to see how that works. But yeah, there it is, Supersonic right here in the flesh. I saw some people, you know, saying, you know, the animation could have been flashier and stuff like that. I agree with that. Definitely could have been flashier, but hey, man, I'll take what I could get with Supersonic. And I also think they might be cutting some stuff, some dialogue that isn't here. But yeah, there he is in all his confidence. Love to see it. Man, so we're obviously playing this now. Again, keep in mind, this isn't even this full set piece. We've seen pieces of this set piece at TGS where, you know, Sonic is homing, attacking to a bunch of rocks before he gets tossed by the boss. So this is just so awesome that by the end of Island 1, you're going to feel like you're really immersed in this sort of. Also, I like how I'm sort of matching with Supersonic with the fucking yellow I'm wearing here. But yeah, so we're gonna get to control Supersonic. This is gonna be awesome. Can't fucking wait for this, man. I wonder how much of Supersonic here is gonna be like you're just flexing on him versus like it's still going to be a challenge, because they don't really show gameplay here aside from, you know, what your angle is gonna look like. But God, I miss Supersonic, man. I love Supersonic so much, and I'm honestly glad that they're treating it as, you know, not this end game thing. Because look, Supersonic by this point is pretty much like Super Saiyan, right? Like, it would be weird if, you know, a Dragon Ball arc ended with what's called with Super Saiyans. You know, it's the norm now. So I think the idea of having, you know, supersonic as this thing that you get towards an end of the island or not is a big deal. And again, we still have the big questions of like, all right, when I get the Chaos Emeralds, can I transform at any time, right? When I beat this boss, are the Chaos Emeralds taken away, right? What is happening with Supersonic? I doubt you're gonna be able to, you know, go to Island 2 with them. But can I stay at Island 1 with the Chaos Emeralds? Are they digital versions of the Chaos? I don't know. There's too many questions with the Chaos Emeralds, right? My guess would just be that, what's called, you get them on an island, right? And then what happens is, when you get to Island 2, they're either, you know, taken away from you, or what's called, they're almost different Chaos Emeralds there. I don't know. There's with the digital stuff going on, it's actually hard to tell reality from unreality in this game, which is kind of cool. I like that. But it's either way, it's very, you know, we're not really sure about that right there. So we have that. There's also some small things here. We got a new screenshot right here. Looks gorgeous. Again, love the look of Sonic. Love the areas. Again, the game running at 60 FPS, immaculate, beautiful, and we love to see it. Also, since last time, we got to look at fishing. So for those of you that want to see that, there it is. There's Big the Cat in all his former glory, giving Sonic, you know, passing the torch, you know, being like, you know what, Sonic, you do it, bro. I'm sick of you. All right. And there it is. Little fishing mini game. Gets in the circle. Press A to hook the fish. And there's that animation. We were all like, man, this is gonna be some crazy moment right here. But no, it's for fishing. But also, don't worry, it's not just for fishing. I believe when you fill out your ring gauge in the game, this animation also pops up, and it's gonna give you a little aura around you. But I do just love the idea that Sonic is like all in on the fishing and gets it with all that confidence right there. Look at him. Look at my boy right here. Look how happy he is. Dude, the model is just so good. His character model is so good. I love it. He just looks so cool. I'm over the moon, man. Every time we see this game, bro, I get more and more excited. We're like 2 months away now. We're really just near the finish line, honestly, and I can't wait, man. And then we actually got in the Nintendo Direct, the Japanese version, we actually got a little extra footage of the game. Now, this we saw in the trailer I just showed you guys. This right here is cool. I feel like we've seen this, but to be clear is we have a cool dive. So you could do, a cool dive, get that Bayonetta slow-mo action going there. I love that. Boom, big hits there. We get a look at Chemical Plant Zone, actually, which, we've seen sort of, but now we're getting a new look at it. This looks like a new area in Chemical Plant. I don't think this is the same as the Generations one. I don't remember a pipe like this in the Gen 2. I'm sure someone will find out what level layout this is based on, but either way, looks cool. Really into that. And then yeah, you get this top-down look where he's like sort of, I feel like Just Dance apparently, but I feel like this is such a raw shot. Like, I love, again, you can tell Sonic's gonna say some fuck shit over here, talk his smack and see what's going on here. But yeah, that's really it for the extra footage we have, and our first look at Supersonic, and love to see it, man. Love to see it. It's just, man, I was thinking about this earlier, like what happened with IGN? I would love to know the story of what went down there, because like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, everything from that point forward has been amazing, like Game Informer's coverage I thought was really dope. We even interviewed the guy here. He was really cool, and you could tell he knew what he was talking about. We had, even at Summer Games Fest, people like deciphering the gameplay clips we were doing. That was more confidence right there from people finding stuff. And then we had the story trailer, and then we had the Gamescom demo, and then we had, this TGS trailer. We had an overview trailer. We've had the music. It feels like it's like been this upward trajectory of hype for the marketing for this game. It just feels like they're giving us info consistently. They have confidence. They're showing more of it. Like, I'm just so happy with everything we're seeing from this game, and I'm so happy with where we're at. But I would love to know what happened with IGN. Like, I want to know, like, was this plant? I doubt it, but it's like, was this plant, right? Did they just not really care about the IGN deal, and they were like, oh, here's this old build, like, just do what you gotta do, right? Was it the way IGN covered it, you know, where they segmented gameplay segments throughout the month instead of showing them intertwined? I don't know. Either way, I would love to know the story behind that, but I don't think we'll ever really know it, because that feels like a back-end business deal thing that is very hard to know. But either way, man, I'm just so excited. So guys, let me know what you think about Supersonic. How do you think it's gonna go down with the character? And also, right, a big question mark, what do you think we're getting a new form, right? I feel like that's a big question people are wondering is, hey, they're showing Supersonic very early on, is he gonna get a new form? It's weird. For me, I think it's gonna be half a new form, where I think, you know, obviously how Sonic's arm is fucked up, we saw in one trailer. I feel like that might happen while you're in Supersonic, and maybe it'll give you some crazy new moves. So I think you might retain Supersonic, but you're just gonna get some crazy abilities and attacks with it. I see some people theorizing that maybe you're gonna get Hypersonic, maybe a brand new form, but I don't know about that. That might be wishful thinking, but hey, I'm all about wishful thinking. So guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what's popping. Of course, I will see you all next time. Peace out.